Alright, faded culture, welcome back. This is Sergio Barron, and let me walk y'all down the step-by-step process on how to do a mid-skin fade. So first, like always, when doing shear work, I like to dampen the hair up top and then start from the back crown area to start doing my trimming. I'm gonna grab about finger length, and that's what I'm gonna grab and cut away. And I'm gonna just move forward up a little at a time, about a finger in length so at a time, until we reach the front of the head. And once we've gone down all along down the middle, we're gonna start again from the back right side and then just match that length of hair to the middle of the hair. And we're gonna repeat that process until we reach the front of the head as well. And then just like on the right side, we're gonna do the exact same thing, but on the left side. Again, grabbing a small section and then moving up a finger of a section at a time. And we're only cutting finger length. In this case, all we're doing is matching up, like I said before, the middle to the left side. And now that everything on top is cut even, we're ready to move forward to start doing our clipper work. So for this fade, I'm gonna start with the clipper lever all the way closed to set in my first guideline. I'm gonna make sure this line slants as I reach the back just to contour the shape of his head a little better. And then just make sure that this first guideline ends up in the same position from where you started on the opposite side. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and open that lever all the way fully open on the clipper to set in my next guideline. I'm only coming up about a ½ inch from that first guideline that we set. And I am using my seniors, my cordless seniors, guys, and yes, my clippers are 0 gapped. And now that that guideline is set in, we're gonna go ahead and throw on the number 1 guard lever, again, still all the way open to set in our next guideline. Again, just like before, guys, coming up about another finger in width up higher than the previous line. And just make sure that these lines are running parallel to one another. And next, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on that the 1.5 guard lever all the way open. And we're not so much here focused on setting in another guideline. I'm more so coming in with the intent to blend up into the top length of hair. So I'm just coming up a little higher from the previous line and kind of flicking out a little bit just to start blending up to the top length. And then next, we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did with that 1.5 clip with this 2 guard lever open, and again just coming up a little bit higher than before, trying to blend the side length to the top. And then we just repeat the exact same steps with the number 3 guard lever fully open. By this time, you should be pretty much finished blending to the top length. As you see here, we're getting rid of any excess bulk that was left to blend up to the top length. And if after this, guys, you feel like you need to use the number 4 guard, go ahead and do so with the lever open, or you can go ahead and throw in some shear overcomb or clipper overcomb to finish blending. But now we're left with these 2 guidelines. First, I'm gonna throw on this half clip with the lever at 3/4, and I'm gonna start blending out that top middle guideline. I'm gonna start softening it up a little bit, and then just take note that it's not gonna completely finish taking out this middle guideline. Right now, once we're done with this guard, we'll come back with the higher guard to finish taking it out. But yes, we are using that lever at that 3/4 spot, and that position, all it really is a position right in between the lever being halfway and fully open. And that's your 3/4 position. So as you see here, this guard left like a little dark area above, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave that lever still at that 3/4 spot, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw on this number 1 guard. And now here we're just finished detailing out that middle guideline to finish blending it up into the top length of the hair. Be sure that you're using more so the corner of the clipper so that we can get in there in a more detailed fashion, and we're not taking out too much hair at a time. You should slowly but gradually see that line being blended out. And now we're left with that last, or the first guideline that we set in. For this one, it does take 3 to 4 lever positions. In this case, it took me 3 lever positions. So first I started with the clipper lever closed, then I opened it halfway, and then I opened it fully open as I gradually blended out that guideline. And since it does take more lever positions to blend out, just notice that I like to break down this last guideline into smaller sections, just because I don't like to overwhelm myself as I'm blending it out, so I just break it down. And as you see here, I just repeat that process until we go all around the head and that first guideline is blended out all the way out. And also guys, keep in mind that I do leave all these steps that I'm using along with all the tools that we use in our videos down in the description in written format, so y'all can feel free and follow along that way if y'all like. And also guys, whenever y'all do try out our steps, feel free to tag us on Instagram or on TikTok or even on YouTube if you have a YouTube channel. We'd love to review and check out y'all's work. And let us know what y'all think about these steps down in the comments as well. But now that the fade is pretty much done here, I'm gonna go ahead and move down on the beard, trying to taper it down. We're using the exact same steps that I used on the fade down on the beard. So we set in our first guideline with the clipper lever closed. Then I open the lever, set in my next guideline. Then I use the following guards, the 1 guard lever open, and then the 1.5 guard lever all the way open. Then I come back and take out that bottom guideline with that 1/2 guard and with the 1 guard if needed at 3/4. And then that first guideline, I just take it out with that 3 lever positions, starting with it closed, then lever halfway, and then fully open, little at a time until you start seeing that guidelines start being blended out. And then I went ahead and trimmed down his facial hair with a 7 guard, just so y'all know what length he picked. And now to take out the rest of the bottom of the hair, I came in with my trimmers in this upside down motion, just because with this motion, it tends to get a little closer to the skin. So right now when I come in with this trimmer in the right side to take out the rest of the bottom of the hair, you'll notice a little faint line that was left behind. And that little faint line is gonna be useful for when we come in right here with our electric shaver. So as you reach that little faint line, that's when you know to release pressure on that shaver so that we don't create any hard lines into the fade. But if for whatever reason you do leave a little hard line, you can just come back in with your trimmer and detail it out using the corners of it to achieve that nice blend. And now to start the lineup process, I like to spray a little bit of spritz over the front hairline just to harden up the hairline and it's not moving around so much when I'm detailing the hard line. So after you spray it, just blow dry it, let it really dry out till it's dry to the touch. And then you can start coming in and setting in your hard lines on any spots that you will be using your straight razor. So once that's dried, like I said, you come in and start setting in your hard lines on the edge up. I start with the middle and then work my way off to the right side or the left side, you can pick your side. And then just take a step back, kind of get a good visual of where your hairline needs to meet on the opposite side. That way you can keep a consistent straight line across the forehead. Next, I'm gonna use our very own Faded Culture shaving gel. If y'all like to try out this gel, guys, go ahead and check it out at fadedculture.go. We've been getting a lot of good reviews on it. And yeah, let us know what y'all think if y'all do get it. But here I'm going ahead and loading in our Turkish razor with our very own razor blades. You can find all of this at fadedculture.co, guys. But I snap the sides and then I load it to the front of the Turkish razor, and then I'm ready to start my shaving. So here I just like to shave down with the grain most of that excess gel, and then I'll detail along the lines of the edge up just to get a really sharp edge. And then anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and reverse hand shave to get deeper to the skin, and this just helps getting that cleaner look and helping that shave last a little longer. And now for the bottom facial hair, or for the bottom of the beard, just comb it down, tilt his head back, and then just flow across in a straight line to detail that hard line on the bottom. And again, just apply some shaving gel to all the areas that you use that you shave. And then just make sure when you're shaving, you're using your opposite hand to tug on that skin just to build up that tension, and you can better glide that razor across the skin without causing any nicks or razor burn. And on the facial hair, just pick how high you want the lineup to be. You set in your hard line with your razor and then reverse hand shave anything above, like I said before, just so that shave can last a little longer. And also, guys, just to let y'all know, we did drop a new Faded Culture Uncut channel. I'm gonna leave it down linked in the description so y'all can go ahead and check it out. We're gonna be dropping a bunch of videos on maybe some behind the scenes stuff and events that we join, so y'all could go ahead and follow us along that way. Just kind of see our journey as we grow this brand and all. But here I just went ahead and added a little hard line on the side just to kind of accentuate the fade. And if you like using hair enhancements, just mix equal parts of hair dye with water in an airbrush container and lightly spray it on. And here I'm using my faded culture clay. I apply it along with the hair being damp, and then I just blow dry the hair into whatever style that I want it to dry. First I start with high heat, high airflow, kind of get it down to like about 95% dry, and then I switch it to cold air to lock the hair in place and really bring out any kind of texture on top. I also used a little bit of hair fibers on that line just to help it pop as well. But that's pretty much it, guys. Here's the before of the haircut and here's the after. I try to keep it short and simple and straight to the point on this video, guys. Let me know what y'all thought about it down in the comments, and let me know what other suggestions on videos that we should drop on our next video. But if y'all like this video, guys, please feel free to share it. Make sure y'all like it, and also make sure y'all are subscribed to the channel. But again, as usual, guys, my name is Sergio Barron. This is Faded Culture, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace.